What's up, everybody? Matt Gajewski here, back again with the Awesemo channel, and we are here with our friends over at PrizePicks, talking some college football player props ahead of the Week 6 main slate on Saturday. Before we get started, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when this and all other content goes live. But without further ado, let's head over to our friends at PrizePicks and talk about this weekend's games. We are going to start at the receiver position and hit a few mispriced overs on some of the main pass catchers that we have. First one we're going to start is with the Virginia Cavaliers taking on Louisville. This is a game with an immense total, 69.5 points overall. If you cross-reference Billy Kemp with Brennan Armstrong's prop, Brennan Armstrong is projected for nearly 340 passing yards, even on PrizePicks alone. The Virginia Cavaliers are missing Jelani Woods, their tight end, who has been heavily involved this year. Billy Kemp and Dontavian Wicks are the wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2 in the offense. Now, this is a spot where their target shares are similar, but Wicks is used more downfield. However, I will say Billy Kemp has moved ahead of Dontavian Wicks in recent weeks. Kemp has at least 10 targets in 3 straight games, and over the last 4, he's averaging 9.5 targets per game to Wicks' 8.0. So this is a situation where you can buy low on Kemp's receiving prop at 70.5 yards versus Wicks, who's way, way up compared to Kemp. So hitting the over on 70.5 for Kemp makes a lot of sense here. Moving up the board, there's a few other receivers that have really interesting props, and one is in the Ohio State-Maryland game. Actually, on the Maryland side, it's Raheem Jarrett. He has 59.5 receiving yards as his projection, which is a little bit low considering Maryland lost their number 1 receiver, Dante Demas, for the entire season. Now, Raheem Jarrett has been heavily involved. He is their target leader, averaging 7.3 targets per game over the last 4. And now you are vacating 20% of the targets from the offense. This is a game with a 71-point total, so points are going to be put up, mainly on the Ohio State side. But even as 21-point underdogs, Maryland still projects for 25 points. That's north of 3 touchdowns. Ohio State has been a little giving in the pass game. They're allowing 250 yards per game. And with Demas out of the picture, Jarrett is far and away the number 1 receiver in this offense. For us, he projects for 72 receiving yards, making this one of the best values on the entire slate. A similar situation, we're going to buy low on a player, and it's going to be Treylon Burks for Arkansas. Just absolutely dismantled last week. Their opponent, Ole Miss, was actually dismantled as well. But in this game, the total is still 67 points. It's only a 5.5-point spread in favor of Ole Miss. That means Arkansas is implied for nearly 31 points on the day. KJ Jefferson played poorly in their last game. That is true. However, when he does throw the ball, Treylon Burks has an absurd 37.5% target share. He has 36 targets on the year, and no other receiver has more than 11. KJ Jefferson has eyes for only Burks, and Ole Miss has been giving at times this year. We saw that against Alabama in particular. But if this game is back and forth, which we are expecting, and all the targets are funneled through Burks, hitting the over on 78.5 yards makes some sense. My least favorite of the 3, but still one to target nonetheless. Heading to the quarterback position to close this out with our 4th prop, we're going to stick with the marquee games. It is Texas versus Oklahoma in one of the premier projected shootouts on the slate. This is a spot where you can buy low on Spencer Rattler, widely considered the Heisman favorite and number 1 overall pick to start the year, but he's played somewhat poorly. He hasn't eclipsed 300 yards since week 1, but he has shown that ceiling in the past. Right now, Spencer Rattler, he's a player you can certainly buy low on. He's still completing 70% of his passes. He's still at 8 yards per attempt. We just haven't seen the ceiling game out of him. This is an environment against Texas, which also projects to be fairly up-tempo. It's 63.5 points in the total. Oklahoma is a 3-point favorite. And Spencer Rattler projects on just median projection alone for 292 yards. Now, Texas has been good in pass defense. That is true, but we have seen upside from Rattler in the past. Right now, his prop is about 30 yards off according to our projections, making it one of the better values to target on the Week 6 main slate. But that'll do it for us. Thank you again to our friends at PrizePicks. I am Matt Gajewski on Twitter at Matt_Gajewski. Before we head out of here, let me know your favorite option on PrizePicks. Otherwise, we will continue to hit this throughout the year. Loving what PrizePicks has to offer so far. Thank you guys for watching. We will catch you again next time.